Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for Turf Bugs and Rock and Roll. In this past week, I was set off a little bit with comments regarding science and scientists. The reality is I've been a PhD scientist for 45 years, and I've seen the public trust in science come and go over the years. And one of the more recent trends is anytime there's a scientific finding that disagrees with someone's opinion, they tend to say, well, that person was just bought out. They're a shill for the industry. Someone paid him a lot of money to say that. And while this is nothing new, I remember as a kid, a farmer had bought milking equipment on his dairy farm. And when it didn't perform up to standards, he blamed the people at the university who recommended it that they had indeed been paid off. But this current trend of when there's a finding that disagrees with your opinion that the scientists were paid off, a lot of people have said that to me. I asked them to provide some sort of proof or evidence, and no one has ever been able to. And when you make that statement that the scientist has been paid off, what that really means is you got nothing. You got nothing in the argument. You got nothing to back it up. So you go with demonizing the science or the scientist, and that's a problem. And here just this past week, our person who's in charge of health and human services for the country, who for years and years and years said glyphosate is horrible, is dangerous, it is causing all kinds of problems. He'd been saying that for years, and then all of a sudden one day he said, no, we need more glyphosate, we need to increase production, and it's part of national security. What changed? Were there new scientific findings? No, it was the way the political winds blew, and this decision was based 100% on politics. And there have been a number of studies over the years that have looked at why people take certain, I hate to use the word sides, but on a scientific discovery that have different opinions on it. And they've looked at all kinds of things from education to gender to employment to race to culture to part of the country, everything you look at. And for many of these topics that we debate today that are found through science, the leading indicator of which side a person will take is based on their political leanings. Overwhelming on a number of topics. And that's unfortunate because I certainly want to base very little in my life on politicians. So, this is something I've seen years and years and years, and it seems like we're kind of at a boiling point with it. And here's what I want to say. We can find common, decent conversations about a lot of these topics, and we can relate to some sort of an agreement on them, rather than being a part of, bloodbath, cage match, Facebook exchanges. And being broad-minded is a good way to construct your life, and it leads to a better life. And patience and tolerance are virtues. So letting politicians live in your head rent-free is a pretty sad and pathetic life. And what I want to encourage you as you talk about these things and as you relate, because just like if you've got clients or customers who say, now what are we supposed to think about glyphosate now that they're going to increase production? Well, here's what you can't say. You can't say, well, science has shown, because this was not a scientific decision. It was a political decision. So find experts you feel like you can trust, read up on a topic, and give kind, courteous, wholesome answers to people, and try to make the world a better place rather than just an argumentative place where you just try to demonize someone else on social media. Hope that helps. Look forward to seeing you later. Peace out.